Hey guys! Welcome back to Mind State, where we help you reach your full potential. In today's video, we will be discussing how geniuses practice these 10 morning habits. Let's get into it. Let's start with number 1, freedom from distraction. In order to focus and be productive during your morning routine, it's important to eliminate distractions. One of the biggest distractions is the phone. The phone can be very tempting when you're trying to get work done, but it can also be a huge time suck if you let it distract you from your goals. To eliminate distractions like this one, you need to make a plan for how you will spend your time each day. You should create lists of everything that needs to get done and then break down each list into smaller tasks. This will help you stay focused on one thing at a time instead of trying to juggle multiple projects at once. You should also consider what kind of music helps with productivity for you personally. If there's something that gets you in the zone, then put it on repeat so that it plays throughout your morning routine. If you're like me and spend most of your morning browsing social media, you might think that it's harmless, but the world's most intelligent people think otherwise. According to research, geniuses avoid all distractions in the morning, even when eating breakfast. For example, geniuses don't distract themselves by watching TV or doing other things while eating breakfast. They just focus on their food and enjoy it. TV clouds your mind, which leads you down an unproductive path because it starts your morning with lazy habits. If you start the day with a bad habit, it creates negativity from the get-go. So what do geniuses do instead? They use their mornings to open up their minds over breakfast. They take time to enjoy their food and reflect on the day before and set goals for the day. Number 2, routine exploration. The way we see it, geniuses aren't born, they're made. Geniuses are people who take the time to explore their interests, whether it's a new subject or their own creativity. They learn constantly and passionately, and they don't let any task be too intimidating. They build their brains by making exploration a habit. They do this by setting aside 1 hour every morning to explore a new subject. During that hour, they read, listen to podcasts, or even just catch up on news about topics that fascinate them. The point is to get their brains working by expanding their knowledge in some way. If you're wondering how, you can turn your own exploration into a habit. Start small. You don't have to make this all happen at once. Just start by making sure 1 hour every morning is dedicated to exploring something new within your field of interest or outside of it. Number 3, Purist priorities. If you have a long list of goals, priorities, and to-do list, then it may be helpful to adopt a purist approach to your goals. This means that you will select 2 or 3 things to accomplish during the day, rather than aspiring to accomplish 10 different tasks. However, this does not mean that you should completely ignore everything else. Instead, try to incorporate a little bit of time for all of your important activities throughout the day. For example, instead of spending your morning working on one large project, try breaking up this large project into smaller tasks. By doing so, you will have plenty of time for other activities throughout the day as well. By adopting this strategy, it is possible for you to juggle multiple responsibilities at once without feeling overwhelmed or stressed out about it. You will also be able to focus more clearly on what matters most at any given moment in time, because there will be less conflict between different priorities vying for your attention at once. For example, work versus family. Number 4, write down your dreams. Dreams are a vital part of human life. They are a way to communicate with your subconscious, which is a huge part of who we are. Dreams can teach you more about your emotions and help you process them in healthy ways. They force you to think deeper about your past and connect different parts of it in new ways that may not be apparent when awake. Dreams expand your creativity by combining ideas in new ways, which is how geniuses come up with new ideas. The most important thing is to write down your dreams as soon as you wake up. You may not remember much at first, but with practice, your recall will get better and better over time. This will help you get a glimpse into the subconscious mind that influences every aspect of your life and the lives of everyone around you. Number 5, do you ever wish you could be more productive or just be able to focus on one thing at a time? Well, it turns out that there's a way to get your brain in the right mindset to do that, creating a morning flow routine. When we wake up in the morning, there's so much going on in our brains. We're groggy from sleep and need to get up and moving, but also try to get ready for work or school. And of course, our minds are usually full of all kinds of different thoughts about the day ahead and everything else that happened yesterday. But what if we could take advantage of these morning brain states to help us focus better throughout the day? It turns out that some of the most successful people in history have done just that. They call this practice morning flow, and it helps them stay organized and motivated throughout their days. How does it work? By capitalizing on how your brain works when you first wake up. The more they find their flow, the more they can engage in it, which means increased performance and higher productivity. Are you liking the video so far? Before we get back, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel and click on the notification bell to get notified of our new uploads. Now let's get right back to it. Number 6. Nourish your brain. You know what they say, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. And we don't want you to waste your mind. That's why we've come up with a list of tips for keeping your brain healthy, so you can be the best version of yourself that you can be. Let's talk about what makes a genius, their memory and their ability to concentrate. And one way geniuses are able to get these things is by drinking tea. According to a 2008 study in the Journal of Biological Psychology, green tea has a number of neurological benefits. It decreases mental fatigue, increases cognitive performance, and even speeds up your reaction time. Geniuses take advantage of these powerful benefits by adding tea consumption to their daily routine. By energizing your brain every day, you start every day feeling nourished and ready to perform. Exercising and eating healthy are also great ways to make sure you feel good during the day. So be sure to incorporate healthy exercise and healthy eating habits into your lifestyle. This will ensure your mind and body are prepared for any challenges that come your way. Number 7. Journaling is a well-studied habit with a number of applications. It's a place to record and store your thoughts. It's a place to release all the ideas swirling around your brain, and for geniuses, it's invaluable. Their journal becomes a collection of important ideas, feelings, and perspectives that they can use to navigate the day and learn more about themselves. To start your own personal journaling practice, set aside 15 minutes to write down your thoughts. You don't have to say anything special or even share it with anyone. If you don't have anything to say, that's okay. Even if you feel like you have nothing to unpack or explore in your mind at the beginning of your day, keeping a journal can help you unravel those thoughts over time. And when those times come where you do feel ready to write something down, that's great. Your journal can be an invaluable asset throughout your life. Number 8. You know the feeling of being okay at something? It's the feeling of knowing you could do better, but not having the motivation to do it. It's that same feeling when you're on your way to becoming great at something, but you're just not there yet. So what do you do about it? The answer is simple. Put in the time and effort. Elite mastery geniuses don't want just to be okay at something. They want to be great. And they know what it takes about 10 years to gain a working mastery over any skill or subject. But even after 10 years, you won't know everything. You'll compete with the best, but you'll always be learning. To a genius-level master, this is the minimum. This is why geniuses pursue mastery every day. They never let anything distract them from their journey. They put in the time and effort, and that's how they rise to the top of their fields. In your own way, make mastery part of your daily routine. Get better and better until one day you're the best. Number 9. How do geniuses stay organized? Organization is a big part of being a genius. But not every genius is an organized person. Some creative minds flourish in messy environments, but there's a big difference between creative clutter and a big disastrous mess. How do geniuses keep their messes under control? One technique is called the daily 3. Every day, no matter what, put 3 items back in the correct place. Your goal isn't to clean your whole house. You probably won't notice a difference, but you'll slowly reduce clutter, creating a less stressful environment. If you use this technique every day, your messes will never spiral out of control. This trick does more than just clean up. It exemplifies another lifestyle habit that geniuses use: day stacking. Now, day stacking is very simple. A bunch of small things done frequently outweighs a few big things done infrequently. In other words, don't try to accomplish everything in one sitting. Break it down into smaller tasks and do them daily instead. Lastly, number 10, if you want to learn something new, try the 1% rule. The 1% rule is a great way to grow your knowledge without getting overwhelmed. It's all about small, frequent improvements. Imagine that you want to learn a new subject. Let's say it's how to make sushi. You could try learning everything there is to know about sushi in one day. But by the end of that day, you'd be exhausted and not really interested in sushi anymore. You'd probably just put it on the back burner for another day or two, and then forget about it entirely. But if instead of trying to learn everything about sushi in a single day, you decided to improve your knowledge by just 1% each day or even 0.5%, then after a week or so, you'd be making delicious rolls like a pro. Every single improvement might seem insignificant on its own, but when added together over time, they add up into something huge. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share with your friends. We'd love to know your thoughts about this video, so leave a comment below. Also, don't forget to subscribe. See you next time!